And they hold some pretty significant names and titles in the city and in the country. But I always make sure that they get to interview and have an opportunity, a privilege, I should say, to be interviewed by Donnie Glover. And every time I've put a client on for Donnie to interview them, I've had to call him and say, you knocked that out the park. You've done your homework. You've done your due diligence. So I say thank you to you for also being in the space of public relations and journalism and doing a wonderful, excellent job. Thank you. It's not easy being in the field of public relations. It's an unsung hero position, but I love what I do. My DNA is from some strong stock. My mother, Beverly Finch here, who's been an entrepreneur as well as working for the DC government, as my father, federal government, and my father, entrepreneur as well. So I come from a stock of people who didn't like being told what to do. And so we had to go ahead and make our own path. So with that, thank you, Mom and Dad, my husband, my son, Vernon. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Apologies for being a little tardy. I was coming from another community event. I see some great community people who are here today. I just really want to thank Donnie Glover and Be More News in terms of the work that you've been doing over these past 2 decades. We know that journalism is so important, particularly as it relates to Black journalism. The reality is that there's so many stories in the city. Some are positive, some are not so positive. But we need to have that full breadth of coverage and making sure that our voices are heard, that there are voices that are oftentimes silenced that need to be amplified. And I know that Donnie Glover's done a great job, but also the awardees that are doing this work, whether it be here in Baltimore or other places across this country. We know there's a long legacy of Black journalism, and it's an institution that is so critically and vitally important, particularly here in Baltimore. So everything in terms of, Black Wall Street and talking about the day-to-day events that are happening here in Baltimore is so critical and so vitally important. And I have to also add, and I'll say this as an elected official, we have other elected officials who have been here. We know that's important not only for you to vote, but also hold us all accountable. And one of the things that the media is able to do is to do that. And there are people in this room, including Donnie and others, who will also hold us all accountable. So even though we can be here, we can break bread, we can enjoy each other's company, we also understand there's a role that's being played through journalism, through these networks, and it's our goal to make sure we're all working together for the betterment of our city and betterment of our country. So again, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the work that you're doing. Good to see some of my friends and my partners and colleagues and co-conspirators out here in this room. Folks who are doing some great work. So bless you all and thank you for the service.
Thank you, sir.